You can have the perfect workout plan, the most expensive gym membership, the best shoes, the most optimized split, and still underperform every single session. Not because you're not working hard enough, not because your program is bad, but because of something most people completely ignore: what you eat before you train. And here's the uncomfortable truth: most lifters aren't just underfueled, they're actively sabotaging their performance before they even touch a weight. The wrong pre workout food doesn't just slow digestion, it steals energy, reduces strength output, and lowers the total training stimulus your muscles receive. That means fewer reps, weaker pumps, shorter endurance, and slower muscle growth over time. And the worst part? The foods causing this problem often look healthy on the surface. Today, we're breaking down exactly which foods to avoid before lifting and why they quietly destroy performance without you realizing it. Why pre workout food matters more than people think. Before we jump into the list, you need to understand one thing: your workout performance is not just about motivation or discipline, it's about available energy at the exact moment you train. Your muscles rely on two main things during lifting: stored glycogen, carbs and muscle, circulating glucose from recent food. If both are low or poorly timed, your performance drops instantly. And digestion plays a huge role here, because your body can only prioritize one major process at a time, either digesting a heavy meal or performing high-intensity physical work. When you mix the two, performance suffers. That's where these foods become a problem. 1. High-fiber foods, the hidden energy blocker. Foods like beans, lentils, broccoli, cabbage, oats in large amounts, and high-fiber cereals are incredibly beneficial for health, digestion, and long-term gut function. But right before training, they become a performance bottleneck. Fiber slows gastric emptying, meaning your stomach takes longer to process food. That creates a situation where you walk into the gym still digesting. And when digestion is active, blood flow is redirected toward your stomach instead of your working muscles. That leads to slower warm-up performance, reduced core stability under heavy lifts, a bloated or heavy feeling, poor mind-muscle connection. Even worse, during compound lifts like squats, deadlifts, and rows, that internal pressure becomes distracting. Instead of focusing on explosive force production, your body is dealing with digestion. That's not optimal training, it's compromised training. Fiber is essential, just not right before lifting. 2. High-fat meals, slow fuel in a fast environment. Fat is crucial for hormone production, brain health, and long-term energy regulation. But it is also the slowest digesting macronutrient. So when lifters eat foods like fried chicken, burgers, pizza, heavy nut butter servings, creamy sauces, large portions of cheese, right before training, they unknowingly delay energy availability. Fat slows digestion significantly, meaning glucose enters the bloodstream much later than needed for training performance. The result is predictable. You feel heavy instead of explosive. Warm-ups feel sluggish. Strength output starts lower than usual. Fatigue appears earlier in the session. It's not that fat is bad. It's that it doesn't match the timing demands of pre-workout fuel. Your body before lifting doesn't need slow, long-lasting digestion. It needs fast, accessible energy. 3. Overly large clean meals, the most misleading mistake. This is the biggest trap for serious lifters. They do everything right: oatmeal, peanut butter, almonds, chia seeds, eggs, whole grains, vegetables, chicken or lean protein. It looks perfect on paper, but it becomes a problem when eaten too close to training. Why? Because it combines fiber, slow digestion; fat, slow digestion; protein, moderate digestion; large volume, physical heaviness. So instead of being ready to perform in the gym, your body is still processing a complex meal. And what happens then is subtle but powerful. Slight drop in strength output. Reduced explosiveness. Lower total reps across sets. Decreased training density. Poorer pump quality. And the worst part? You might not even notice it in one workout. But over weeks and months, this becomes a significant reduction in total training volume. And training volume is one of the biggest drivers of muscle growth. So this healthy meal isn't just inconvenient. It's quietly slowing your progress. 4. Sugary junk foods. The false energy spike. Now, this one is tricky because sugar does provide quick energy. That's why some people think, let me just eat something sweet before training for a boost. So they go for candy donuts, pastries, sugary cereal soda, or sweet drinks. At first, it feels like it works. You get a quick spike in blood sugar and a short burst of energy. But the problem is, what happens next? Blood sugar rises fast, then crashes fast. So during your workout, you often experience sudden energy drop mid-session, reduced focus, inconsistent performance, early fatigue. Instead of stable fuel for training, you get a roller coaster. And weight training demands consistency, not spikes and crashes. So while sugar isn't bad, it is unreliable as a pre-workout fuel source. 5. Carbonated drinks. The performance disruptor. Nobody talks about carbonated beverages seem harmless, but they create a very specific problem before training: gas buildup. That leads to bloating, stomach pressure, discomfort during bracing, reduced stability in heavy lifts. Now think about a heavy squat or deadlift. Your core needs to be tight, braced, and stable. But if your stomach is filled with gas or pressure from carbonation, that internal stability becomes uncomfortable. Even small discomfort reduces confidence under heavy loads, and confidence directly affects performance. 6. Spicy foods. Digestive irritation during training. Spicy foods aren't inherently harmful, but before training, they can cause unnecessary stress on the digestive system. Especially for people sensitive to spice, they can lead to stomach irritation, acid reflux, mild nausea, discomfort during movement. And again, anything that pulls attention away from performance reduces training quality. Lifting requires full focus, especially during heavy compounds. You don't want your body dealing with irritation when it should be producing force. So what should you eat instead? Now that you know what not to eat, the solution is simple. Your pre-workout goal is not healthy eating. Your goal is fast energy, plus muscle support, plus zero digestive stress. That means best options, 30 to 60 minutes before training. Banana plus whey protein, rice cakes plus honey, Greek yogurt plus berries, small protein shake plus fruit, light oatmeal in a small portion only. These options work because they are fast digesting, low in fat, low in fiber, high in usable energy. They give your body exactly what it needs to perform immediately, not later, not after digestion, now. The hidden truth about gym performance. Most people think muscle growth comes from simply training harder, push more weight, do more sets, grind more reps, outwork everyone in the gym. But that's only half the equation. Because effort without output is just struggle. It's not progress. The other half is something far more important and far more overlooked. How much high-quality work can you actually produce in each session? Not just showing up, not just lifting, but how effective the stimulus your muscles are actually getting while you're there. Because muscle doesn't grow from effort alone. It grows from total training volume that your body can actually recover from, training intensity that stays high across all working sets, progressive overload applied consistently over time, and repetition of that process week after week without drop-off. And all of those variables depend on one foundational factor: most lifters ignore how well fueled you are when you step under the bar. Because fuel isn't just energy, it's performance capacity. If your pre-workout nutrition is off, even slightly, you don't just feel it. You express less strength, less endurance, and less output across every set without realizing it. One less rep here, a weaker set there, a slightly shorter session. A small drop in pump quality. Individually, it feels insignificant. But over weeks of training, those small reductions don't stay small. They compound. And that's how progress silently slows down. Not because you stopped working hard, not because your program stopped working, but because you're consistently performing every workout at a slightly reduced version of your real potential. And over time, that gap becomes the difference between stagnation and growth, not from lack of effort, but from suboptimal preparation when it matters most. Final reality check. You don't need a perfect diet to build muscle. You don't need complicated meal plans. You don't need extreme discipline with every bite. But you do need to stop sabotaging your workouts before they begin. Because every session in the gym is a chance to send a signal. Adapt, grow, get stronger. And that signal is only as strong as your performance allows it to be. If your body's tired, heavy, or digesting the wrong foods, that signal weakens. But when you walk into the gym properly fueled, light, and ready, everything changes. Strength improves, energy rises, pumps get better, progress speeds up, and training finally feels the way it's supposed to. If this helped, like the video, subscribe for more straight-to-the-point fitness breakdowns, and comment below what you usually eat before training and whether you're going to change it after watching this.